G'day YouTube, we've made it to Chili Beach in Iron Range. One of the most beautiful tropical beaches in the whole world, I reckon. Let's go have a look for some wildlife. I am up Cape York, about to go herping up at Iron Range, so let's see what we can find. First thing we wanted to see, that's a big dead taipan, covered in meat ants. Hopefully we'll find a live one. Well, this was unusual. Crossing the road I found a tarantula. Bird-eating spider. They get much bigger than this. I think that's a Phlogius strenus because it's got the two fat front legs. Trying to tell if it's an ultimate male. I don't think it is. I think it's just one that's been flooded out. It's not a male out searching. Very unusual for them to be out in the day. Pretty unusual for them to wander in the first place unless they're breeding males, so. Oh, there he goes. And this savannah country at the moment. The awesome thing about Iron Range and heading up there, you go through several habitats on the way there. Just pulled over, heard an echolactus parrot, but we can't spot it. As night falls in the rainforest, we get our first herp for the trip. Alright, we got the first herp of the night. Brown-headed snake, Purina tristis. They are actually quite medically significant, unlike most of the Purina that I know about anyway. He's just cruising about. He's just on the road, but he's moved himself off. Awesome.
That's wicked, eh? First one, mate. Woohoo!
Hopefully we get a green tree python soon. Alright, it's pelting with rain, but we just spotted our first green tree python of the night. Have a look at that. Oh wow. We'll come back and have a look at him when it dries out a bit. Alright, well, despite all this rain, we've spotted another. We were just waiting out next to that green tree python and we've spotted another one just out on the road here. He's just moving himself off the road. How amazing is that? Have you ever seen such a beautiful snake? And you can really see its colours now that it's on the ground. That this one's on the ground, as opposed to in the trees. Look at those beautiful patterns. Oh my goodness. What an amazing snake. And we found it less than 50 metres from the first one. The rain's eased just a little, but it's still pretty wet. I'm getting soaked, but it's worth it. He's going back into the rainforest here. Alright, so we've just walked back from the one that's crossing the road up here. And here's the original one. The rain's eased a little bit. And now we can get a much better look. I was a bit worried my camera would get soaked. It was a really heavy little shower. Bit surprising because it's the dry season at the moment. Winter, middle of the year. And that's in the typical ambush position. What they do is they come down and from their resting perches and hover and wait for their prey to come across in that perfect ambush position. And they've got the heat sensing pits. They'll see it and they'll smell it with their tongue and they'll strike out and eat it, coil it up like all pythons do. Alright, we got another snake, another species. Python again, this time it's a water python. These are pretty common all across northern tropical Australia. Have a good look at the heat sensing pits on the bottom jaw just there. Oops. If I can get the focus right. This one looks like it'd have a lisp. They're really fat. Obviously had a bit to eat. Probably 1.5 meters long at least. Awesome. And while I was taking photos, he's moved himself off the road, so that's good. See if we can find some more green tree pythons and whatever else. That rain's eased. So that's a third all in this tiny area. And how cool is that? It's just hanging out in the bamboo. And we can get a good look. This one's got some parasites on it. Some worm. But look at that. What a beautiful snake. Look at him concertina climb up there. So to give you an idea of how dense they are in this little pocket of rainforest that we're in, that's the first one we found.
Where's it gone?
And we'll go over to see number 2.
Here's number 2. Getting decent distance.
Up the tree now. This was the one crossing the road. What a productive little patch of rainforest for these amazing animals. So much green to look through. Got another water python. They're big and chunky up this way. It's a bit later in the evening now. So there's some carnivorous plants around here. Check out these sundews. A swampy heath habitat at the moment, and it's just beautiful out here. One of the best places in the world. Right. And we've got Nepenthes mirabilis, the pitcher plant. This is the Cape York form. Pretty. Bit bigger than the Cairns form. There's heaps of them. There's a male plant. This is the old flower stalk. Some beautiful pictures there. Nice green picture there, and they're all full of fluid. Oh, look at the spider on that. It's beautiful. We're about to go check a really cool spot. Now it's daytime and I've got a head torch on, but there's some war bunkers. In World War II, the north of Australia was under attack from the Japanese, or not this part, but Darwin got bombed, and they're really worried about Cape York getting bombed. So they built a bunch of war bunkers and a bit of a base here. US troops were stationed here too. But there's all bunkers covered by the rainforest. There's a tower. It's getting reclaimed. There's the old tower. It's pretty interesting. This used to be all rainforest in here, and the cyclones come through and flattened it, and these are all the species reclaiming it, these small shrubs. But yeah, I was here 5 years ago and this was covered in rainforest. And in here is the war bunker. base of the tower, there's a bit of herping politics going on. What does it say? Beautiful, but not for these people. We had a bad time crossing the river. Hope we don't have bad luck. Got this Panoptes, or Baroness Panoptes, one of the most common monitors around here, crossing the road. Unfortunately, there's so many cool goannas around here, but this is the one we got. Just a little juvie, still a good find. Awesome. We've got a Mansia papuensis, greater black whip snake. This is actually my first one. Found a lot of lesser black whip snakes, and they're easily confused with taipans. In fact, often people looking for taipans find these guys and can get a bit confusing. We thought it was a taipan at first. What a nice little find. Medically significant. Certainly not something you want to get bit by up the Cape. A beautiful kind of orange and blue coloration flushing through all the black. We've got someone coming down. Anyway, we're going to put him back under the tin we found him. Off he goes.
Beautiful, mate.
Nice find. And this massive, beautiful mac on the road. Antaresia maculosa, spotted python. Beautiful one. Early evening. We'll just move him off. Snappy thing. Alright. See you later, buddy. As the sun sets, it's time to get ready for more night herping. Yet another false taipan. A brown tree snake. Good old Boiga regularis. Most colubrid snake out in the rainforest. Purina tristis.
There we go. It's like a kill snake, isn't it?
Alright, we got another green tree python up here. Let's go check it out. So this is night number 2. You can look at this green tree python. This is the one we found, the first one we found last night. It's hunting position. beautiful as ever. And this is number 3 on night number 2. It's cruising about. They move very slowly. He'll be finding his ambush position soon. Look at that amazing dorsal line.
Green pythons are incredibly slow moving a lot of the time, so this clip has been sped up. As ambush hunters, being fast doesn't really matter to them. This one's getting into the typical rest position that they use during the day when they're not actively hunting.
Looking for green things way up in the canopy. I think that's a white-lipped tree frog. Try spotting something in all that green. Winter time is for pythons. There's another big water python. Beautiful rainbow sheen on it. The old rainbow serpent. That size, it could be a taipan. Frogmouth up this tree. Oh, I need a bit more light. There we are. That's a nice big Papuan frogmouth too.
Night vision is being used so that I don't freak out the bird.
I'll be feeding on all the insects around the place.
Pretty much now we're locked now whether we're going to find. Maybe a time drop tomorrow.
This one's moving even closer to this one over here. This one was the one we found in the bamboo. Green python.
Yeah.
Another one. This is number 5.
What is it? An ambush? Yeah.
Yeah. Wood frogs all around us. The paparana, some sort of paparana.
And the ultra-common white-lipped frog. After a great night last night, we wake up in the forest, but it's time to head back down south and head home. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. It really helps me out with the algorithm.